Yo, welcome to attempt number 13 on recording this video because I'm a fucking idiot. We are in for Kaze 14 and it's called Livid Surreal Dream, or LSD for short. The first star is just a snake block ride, so let's get that behind us. Let's just jump on that, and while I'm on here I will explain the level. So the theme of this level is surreality, if you couldn't tell yet. It looks pretty freaky. The enemies in here are a crawling hand spider. Hands that are in a swamp from the ground, they grow there. And Goombas, actually. There are a few Goombas here. There are also these flying things in the background. I don't really know what they are, but they look funky. Even though I made this, I have no idea what they are. These are some Paper Mario textures that I used here. I think they were like normal maps at first or something, but I thought they'd fit well in this. These mushrooms look kinda toxic, I guess. That fits to this level. There's a gate to another dimension over there. There are clouds that grow vines. And I hope I don't get killed by that spider right there. I like to call them spiders, even though they're hands. Let's just skip that section, so we get this over with. We don't really like the snake book ride, yeah. It's an interesting idea, I like it once, but more than that, it's like, And this is attempt number 12, so you can't imagine how annoyed I am at this part. So the reason I have to record it so often is my PC sometimes has the error where it just lags Project 64 for like, I don't know, 200 milliseconds, and then I just die because my jump won't input or something, and it's really annoying. I hope it doesn't happen this recording. Like, I'm already recording this with in mind that this is probably not the last time I'm gonna record this. Anyway, the bottomless pit. Right there. We have to go into the bottomless pit, and to go there there's actually a shortcut. It's pretty difficult to get, and I hope I can get it. Oh, no, I didn't get it. So the plan was to triple jump on that slope and then jump up on the clouds. But we get that. So what I was going to say is that we get another chance that was all intentional, that entire death. And that's it. That's what I was going for. Yup. Totally just didn't cut out 3 deaths. Alright, and now the bottomless pit. It kind of works like the infinite stairs in or before Bowser 3. Maybe you remember them. I mean, yeah, of course you remember them. But maybe you remember my Control Lucky 2 video, where I've shown how the infinite stairs work. They actually, like, they just swap you back. It's really stupid. And you fell for that. They just swap you back. That's all they do. And that makes it look infinite already. So this one we can touch it from the ground, so we don't have to jump down again. Which one are we missing? That one. I actually believe that one is over there. That was a miss. Over here? Yep. And that's a star. Play the ancient melody, yeah. Before we get this one, we're gonna get the time travel temple, because we have to know the ancient melody first, and to do that we have to go into the time travel temple, which is right here. And if you look around here, you see the ancient melody. 3 times the middle one, the bottom one, the middle one, then the top one. Okay, let's remember that. So, the sand is at the top of the clock here, and now we are in the future where the sand has fallen down and the whole temple fell apart, and there's this giant ass tree that fell over. While in the past, there's just this little thing. And this is actually not really a puzzle, it's more like a neat looking platformer. You just go into the pipe whenever you see that. See, now we are walking on the tree that fell over. And right here, there's a bridge that is destroyed, so we go in here and the bridge is repaired again. I mean, it's just not broken yet, but that looks just as if it was repaired. And I fall down. But good thing I can move Mario, so I don't have to go all the way around. There's this tiny womp. Don't call them womps, they have womps. There's this tiny thwomp, and he's not going high enough, so we go into the future where there's this giant ass thwomp, and yeah, let's just get on top of here. Yeah, like I said, not really a puzzle. You just go into every pipe you see, even though it kinda has a puzzle-y theme. So the ancient melody, you have to jump on these notes, like those, on each of these trees. And once you do that, it will play a sound, and once you've played the whole melody, you will get the star. So the melody is like da 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 da, right? The Super Mario Bros. Intro. That's what I was going for. That's why it's the ancient melody, because it's from Super Mario Bros. At least that was my thought. I'm not sure if anyone caught that. I probably also put the wrong notes, because I really don't have any like musical hearing. Like I'm a noob at music. I don't know anything about music. Oh yeah, it's time for the oneonones and reds, and like always I will answer a bunch of questions that people ask me in the comments of each of these videos. If you want the question answered, you have to go into the comments of this video and ask it now, and then I will answer it in the next playthrough part. Anyway, the first question on my list is, some people's main complaint with Stim Pack was that it has too many custom things. Do I agree with that? I don't think it has too many. I mean, okay, maybe a few too many, but really like 5% or something. Because I think familiarity is actually important. Like in hindsight, I think familiarity is important. I didn't really realize that while I was making the game, that is true. I should have reused things more, like the cloud power-up, I should have used it for like 6 or 7 stars. Like also the fire flower, I could have used that more often, also for like mini puzzles everywhere, instead of just full stars. I don't think the issue was that there were too many things, I just think that the issue was that I didn't reuse things often enough, even though that sounds weird. Like instinctively you'd think, hey, reusing things is kinda cheap. But I actually think reusing things has a value in that people see the thing and they recognize that they're familiar with it, they know what to do, and that feels good. But I think it's important to put a lot of new things, because I like exploration, and putting a lot of new things feels like a lot of exploration. You can obviously go overboard with like reusing familiarity. I hope no one hates me for this, but I think Odyssey did that a bit. Like many stars are just reused. I didn't really like that. Like there were like, I don't know how many stars there were with just scarecrows, and stars with kicking rocks around, stars with buying from the shop. Though they weren't too bad, but I don't like them principally. And there were a bunch of reused stars. I think that's too much. Though Odyssey had the thing, it didn't kick you out of the level after collecting the stars, so reusing things wasn't as bad as it would have been in the Mario 64 hack. Let's jump over before the bubble pops. And there's one more over here, and oh, I'm missing a lot of coins. Man, I hope I don't have to just go around the entire level to collect a bunch more coins. Oh yeah, these hand spiders, you just kill them by running them into the trees. That's hard to figure out, but you don't need to figure it out to collect 100 coins in here. They're just like a bonus. Yeah, I guess we go into the bottomless hole. Actually, no, I really don't want to go into the bottomless hole. I must have missed something. Let's go into the time travel temple. Oh, there's one red that I was missing. But the time travel temple has a bunch of coins too. I don't think we will find enough to get this star, but we will find a bunch. So I'm pretty sure you can actually shortcut this whole thing. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a shortcut. You can just like... Not like that. Mario has the weird property that you can like triple jump on slopes every time, like that. But you can't double and single jump on them. So that leads to that result. I think that's all I want from here. 5 coins is enough. Now I just need to find one more hint spider to kill. Oh, one more row of 5s. Man, I didn't think I'd have problems finding enough coins. Actually, I think there are 5 on this cloud. Oh, cool. Actually, the 5s weren't here. Yeah, okay. Good thing I fell down, otherwise I wouldn't have found these. Alright, and the 6th star is actually my favorite star. It confused a lot of people, because, yeah, I'll explain why when I'm there. One more question, my thing is, what do I think is the best designed Mario power-up in any official game or hack, and why? I think the cloud power-up, because power-ups, they should not act like keys, like the metal and the vanish cap. I think they are bad. And if they add a new mechanic, then that's good. But there are also power-ups like the wing cap that adds a too strong mechanic. Like flying around is pretty broken. You can just do whatever you want at that point. Like the level is dedicated by the power-up. But with the cloud power-up, it's still so limited that like you can't just spam it and get everything. You have to ration it because you only get like 3 of those clouds. That makes it so that the level is still playable whether there's a cloud power-up or not. So I need to get up there once. Oh my god. Alright, this is how you shower the flower. And the flower turns into a flower man. Holy shit. What do we do now? The flower man, I think he wants to communicate. He does a double jump, so let's do one too. And that's another double jump. And now he ducks. And that's a ground pound. And a double jump. Yeah, you just repeat what he does. You have to kind of know Mario's animation for this. And once you've done that, he will give you a star. You have to do it a bunch of times. Yeah, I think the biggest problem for people here was that they just didn't know Mario's animations and they couldn't tell what he was doing. And then they just did random things and they got the star out of nowhere without understanding what happened, and it confused a bunch of people. But once you understand what was happening, I think this is a pretty cool star. Anyway, that concludes this video. What do big YouTubers do for outros? What should I do for an outro? Like this video, ring that bell, follow me on Twitter, share this with your Tinder date, suck my cock, write me a comment, tell me I subscribed, and enter the raffle for a free pinned comment giveaway. Bye!